gleaming in the distance. We are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. You look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Here's Madison getting it again on second. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Working from the gun, Ritter. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Up the middle, Abdullah. It's David Ajabo there for the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19. Ritter to throw it. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Trey Tucker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. First carry now for Justice Hill. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
The Ravens had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
This 2nd and 4.
Jackson now.
Got his man, and that's the rookie 4th-round pick.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 2.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Jackson.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now Jackson on first down.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Jackson going to change things up a bit.
A first down carry for Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Henry up the middle, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
On the return, Dylan Laube. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays, that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
This goes out wide from Madison. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now third down and 6 to go.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the gun, Jackson. Finding Walker, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Flowers going to go in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Ritter with another throw on second down.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson on for the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And Walker has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Jackson on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. It's caught inside the 25. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And Jackson throwing once more. And oh, it'll be intercepted. picked off by Robert Spillane. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. Oh, it's some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Flowers. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Play action. It's Jackson. And the Raiders have got him.
Tyree Wilson using that athletic ability to make the play.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick 6 from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
They go play action now. Jackson.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range. Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
And here comes Abdullah on the return.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. A 2nd down run for Abdullah. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Ritter now.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Robert Spillane.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now this throw caught left side, and he's taken down inside the 30. Play action. Now Jackson. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 16.
Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Hill. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute, because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Laube now to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball. And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Ritter. A dump off for Abdullah. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it, and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed, If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Madison.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
On play action, here's Ritter.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are right back in this football game.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant. Mike 41, Mike 41.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Now it's Jackson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here we go. This is 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. That is caught and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. This is 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Jackson. It's caught by Aguilar. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
From the 17, they work on 2nd and 10. Jackson, options out left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Lamar Jackson from 17 yards out. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Gets around him, fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for Las Vegas, they did what they needed to do. They split their first two road games of the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.